You're listening to Exploring Anime with Friends, a JMO for Real podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and all major podcasting networks. I'm your host, JMO! And today's friend is my wife and co-host. How's it going today, Sarah?
Hi, everyone. It's going great today.
Excellent, excellent. Are you all excited for today's episode of Exploring Anime with Friends Movie Edition?
I am.
Awesome. Today we'll be diving into the world of Cosmic Princess Kaguya, a sci-fi fantasy with some elements of slice of life spliced into it. Released in January of 2026. Yes, we're hitting you with our first new movie from this year. Exciting, right?
Yes, very.
Yes, very much so. First, we'll be meeting our main character, Iroha, and go into a little bit of her life and how things are on that fateful day when Kaguya comes into her life from the moon. We will learn more about her in the second point, and we will explore the myth that comes along with Kaguya. Then we will go into the battle that the two of them have to take on together in the Idol Awards on the Tsukiyomi server. Yes, that's right. We're going to have a little bit of an idol battle versus other singers and gamers and lots of different streamers as a whole. And then finally, we will go into the big encounter that is looming in the background the whole time as the moon invades Tsukiyomi in order to bring back Princess Kaguya. And if you like what you're hearing today, remember to check us out on social media. Like, subscribe, and follow. Click that button right down there.
Right there.
Somewhere. It's somewhere there.
It's there. You see it.
All right.
Iroha.
Talk to us a little bit about Iroha. It's a fascinating character, right?
Oh my gosh. Girl has everything going on. So,
to put it lightly.
Yeah, to put it lightly. At the tender age of 18, she has decided that she doesn't want to be at home anymore. I get it. Her mom kind of, in the little flashbacks we get, seems to be that kind of mom. Like, you're not quite good enough.
Yeah, her mom is a self-made woman who has worked her way up to a certain level of status and has obtained some wealth in her time.
Oh, yeah.
And she is very gruff, overbearing personality.
Mm-hmm.
And Iroha wants to be self-made too, but it's almost like her mom is just pushing the finger down and oppressing more than she needs to at times.
Yeah.
Because Iroha is a very dedicated individual.
Oh, absolutely.
She's very hardworking. So part of me is kind of like, I'm not sure why she necessarily wants to get out, other than she wants to do it herself and prove to her mom that she is as tough as she is.
It could also be what I was thinking when we were watching it, a freedom sort of thing.
Yeah, but it's not to go party and go wild everything. It's to be able to work and do school and actually live life.
Not have your mom hovering over you. It's probably a good blend of both, to be honest. She's a doer. She has her schedule. She goes by her schedule. She breathes a sigh of relief when she finally gets the little bit of time for herself and for her gaming, because she is a VR gamer. There's virtual reality in this movie. And dedicated, the best word you could use to describe her.
But also at the same point in time, she's not dedicated to all aspects of her life.
Yes.
One of the things that she points out to her friends in the middle of the movie is she's like, good thing I got great genes and I don't get sick all that easily.
Oh, yeah.
It allows me to just run nonstop and not eat right and not sleep right and just continue to do everything. And it's kind of like, girl, lighting the candle at both ends only lasts for so long.
Yeah, for sure, right?
It's one of those things where I don't think that she's necessarily dedicated to her own personal health, but she is super hyper focused on getting into Tokyo University on a full scholarship.
I mean, I don't blame her. Getting into any university on a full scholarship is a pretty good goal to have.
Yeah. So that's what she's doing. She's working her hardest in, I guess, a prep school of sorts, and she's putting herself through it in order to prove that she is enough to herself. She can handle this. She doesn't need the extra help. She can have it all.
Yeah. Well, just her as a whole, something that you come to realize very quick is she is an excellent musician. It shows a little piece of her growing up with when her dad was still alive, and he's just encouraging her and saying basically like, music's something you need to have fun with and be fun with. Whereas after he's passed, her mom's like, you need to be good at it. Like, kind of like, she didn't say that directly,
No.
but it's the implication of you need to keep practicing. It has to be hard work kind of thing.
Like, it's one of those things where she was a very talented musician. Also, athletics, academics, the full package.
Yeah.
Like, she has it all going on for her because she is a doer. She has that mentality in her mind that even great isn't good enough because that's the I'm going to call it oppression because that's what it is.
That's what it is. You're right.
That has been put upon her. And I'm not trying to say you shouldn't aim to be the best at anything that you put your hands on. What I am saying is that when a parent is doing that to a child that is
literal
motivated,
child.
that is motivated to try to do that, that it can have the opposite effect. And her mom is lucky that she didn't actually push her away completely. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Because there is a fine line. Iroha is walking through this whole movie, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't help that she has a brother who she was very close to, Akira, and she constantly looked up to him, but she was also constantly being compared to him. And
But he stood up for her too. I will point that
he
out.
stood up for her. And he also excelled in the world of gaming to the point where he decided to leave home to become a professional gamer.
Mm-hmm.
And Iroha is devastated at that point in time.
Yeah, it's like a why did he leave me moment because she's still just a little kid.
Yeah, that leads to a complicated relationship that kind of is seen at a certain point in time. Anything you want to go into with Iroha and Akira before we transition to the day everything changed?
Everything changed. Oh, goodness. I think we touched it pretty well. The fact that he would stick up for her when they were younger spoke volumes about his character, I think, because some people just, oh, why aren't they as good as I am at this? People are like that. So I really kind of appreciated that moment that we saw.
Yep. She has her whole life planned. And then something happens one day.
Something weird.
As she's going into her first 3 days off in a while.
Yes.
Talk to us about the day that changes everything.
Oh my goodness. The weirdest thing possible happens. So, of all things, a telephone pole, as she's walking by, it starts kind of turning all these rainbow colors. And then a baby appears in it. A baby.
Yeah.
If you didn't hear me the first time, a baby.
Yeah.
And she's just like, what is happening right now? So she takes the baby because she's not a monster, doesn't know what to do.
Oh, after the spot where the baby appeared from disappeared.
Oh, yeah.
She wanted it back. You forgot something.
Yeah.
So
that was pretty funny. And now she's like, what do I do? So she goes back to her little apartment and she's just like, how do you make it stop crying? That kind of moment, because this is literally barely an adult that suddenly there's a baby in their arms and she has no clue what to do.
She tries calling the law enforcement, and as she's explaining it over the phone, she's like, never mind.
Could you imagine trying to explain that to someone? Anyone? Yes, baby appeared in the telephone pole. I don't know, there was trippy colors. So she does go to the store to get diapers and clothing. And it does focus a lot about how much money she's spending because she has a lot of money saved up. But now there's a baby.
And then the next day there's a child.
And the next day there's a child. So all that money you spent on clothing is kind of well, I was really hoping for her that she could take it back.
And then the next day there's a teenager. Moon children grow fast.
For sure. And we're watching this and I was like, well, geez. Even Iroha at one point's you weren't this big yesterday. When it went from child to school age.
Yeah, no. And at a certain point in time, she starts talking with her and she starts mimicking her and she wants extra food and everything.
Of course.
She's finishing both portions. And at this point in time, she asks, you know where you're from? And she points up and she's like, from there, from the moon. And this is where the tale of the bamboo cutter comes in. And it's a myth in this world. A child came to Earth from the moon and an old man befriended the child and raised. And then one day the moon people came and the older man really hard to protect his child, ultimately to have Princess Kaguya taken back to the moon. And at this point, the child just basically accepts the name Kaguya.
Yeah.
Because she's like, that's not going to be my fate or my ending, though.
Yeah, because it's sad.
Yeah. So she is determined to rewrite her own ending. Meanwhile, Iroha is kind of like, what? They can't come soon enough to take you back.
I just want a normal ending. That's all that she keeps saying. I just something normal. None of this is normal.
Yeah, no, she just wants a normal life. She doesn't want an exceptional existence. But this is where Kaguya starts to wear on her. Tell us about the day that Iroha went off to school to go with her friends and they took her to a cafe, and how she introduced her friends to Kaguya.
Well, so her friends take her to this nice little cafe they've always wanted to go to because it's still pretty new. And it's just a little break, just some girl time. So they order her this beautiful looking dessert. Again, anime food looks so tasty. I don't care who you are.
It's like pancakes.
It's pancakes and whipped cream and strawberries, but like dessert pancakes, not just regular pancakes.
I need me some dessert pancakes.
Dessert pancakes for sure. So Kaguya, who's already a fan of the sweet treat, just appears out of nowhere, takes the middle pancake, and just eats it. Yep. It's just like, what is going on here? I don't know what I would have done if I was one of Iroha's friends, because I've been like, who is this strange person? She introduces her as, oh, that's my cousin who's staying with me. Definitely my cousin. They just immediately accept her. They're just like,
her friends love her.
This kid's adorable. Yes, let's take her in, one of our own.
And then when they get home later that day, you find out that she bought herself a pair of VR contacts to put in. She also bought a whole bunch of food, and she cooks up a very nice meal. And she's like, where'd you get all this money? She's like, oh, I used your computer to get it.
So warning the parents everywhere, do not put your card number on your computer.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So full of life lessons. It may have been a sci-fi fantasy, but there was a lot of
we learned some things.
We did it out through the whole thing.
A lot of slice of life.
So you just keep on finding that she keeps on buying more and more things. I got these at the dollar store.
Yeah, it's okay. I got them at the dollar store.
It's like a giant
totem pole.
Oni mask and stuff like that. Like, what?
How did you get this at a dollar store? Jeez, girl.
Later that night, they put on VR contacts together and they go into the game. And they meet a very fun character, a special character to Iroha. Talk to us about Tsukiyomi and, well, this crazy, powerful 8,000-year-old AI being.
So you're introduced to Yachio. She's like the surveyor of the game. It is an AI according to everything they read. Her backstory is she's 8,000 years old and
loves to sing, dance, and duplicate.
Sing, dance, and duplicate. Go for it, girl, right? In this game, you're walking around in your avatar and you can create your own avatar kind of thing. It's like, oh, cool. I get this vibe. It's full cities as well as the actual games themselves that they can play. They get to see Yachio's performance and it's cool and fun and exciting and the song's really nice. Kaguya is just like big eyes glowing with all this cool stuff that she's never seen before.
Been back and forth between the
bouncing
legs.
To the music. Yeah, exactly.
Like Autumn does all the time.
Oh my gosh. Yes, like Autumn does. She's
like a Regilecki.
She's a little jumper. Yes, like a Regilecki bouncing around. But you can tell this is not Iroha's first concert. She goes to this all the time, and she is a huge, huge Yachio fan.
Yeah.
And Yachio actually knows her name, which is kind of cool in its own way, because Yachio is the AI. I guess she knows everyone's name in theory.
Well, it's so great because after the concert, she duplicates out to the audience.
Yeah.
And she starts talking to all of her fans individually, like very personal.
Really cool.
And she announces a contest.
The contest.
So if you like what you're hearing so far, remember to check us out on social media, like, subscribe, and follow. And you have to watch this one on Netflix. It's a Netflix original movie. Talk to us about this contest.
This wonderful contest. This is like a streamer's dream contest. Whole purpose is basically just to get followers. But when you're starting at 0, what do you do?
I mean, if you're really, really good, you can grow followers very quickly if you know what you're doing. But you could also just stay on 0, too. I would say a contest like this where you have to get a maximum amount of new streamers would be like best for somebody who is like right on the verge, who had been going for a little while and has learned some tricks, rather than already being a celebrity or rather than being brand new.
Yeah, I can't imagine someone who's already what they feel like close to their peak being able to get too far, because the purpose is to get new followers, new subscribers. So I feel like it was kind of an odd contest, but you know what? It's her contest. She can do whatever she wants.
But like someone starting from scratch at that point in time definitely has a harder time getting a whole bunch of new followers than somebody who's already at the peak.
I mean, that's fair.
It's difficult either way. And it's funny, the reason why we're taking the time to actually talk about this is because it's literally the fresh starters versus the already number one.
Oh, yeah.
For this competition, which is outlandish in my mind.
Yeah.
So tell us about the two groups that will be going to head in this idol competition.
Well, I mean, she does it. Kaguya does it. She has an amazing singing voice, comboing that with Iroha's amazing ability to play. She tends to play the keyboard.
Yeah.
And
she's an excellent musician. She's a songwriter.
And she can actually put together the films. You get a chance to see, and I need to shout this out. You get a chance to see Kaguya's first attempt. It is hilarious. It is terrible, but it is hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
And that's why Iroha finally is like, okay, I'll try to fit it in my schedule, because she's still going to school, she's still going to work, she's still taking care of Kaguya, who cannot do this stuff by herself, really.
And now she's trying to become a streamer on top of it all, too.
Yeah. So there we are. But on the other side of the coin, there's the Black Onyx group. And you could already tell that Iroha knows that guy. Because she just, when you first meet Black Onyx, you can see it in her face. She doesn't like this person. This is someone she's just ugh, about.
And it's funny, too, because their leader does like her, because he's figured out that she's his sister. Yep. That's Akira's group.
That's Akira's group. That's Big Brother. That's the big brother that she felt abandoned her.
Yeah. So they're going through, and Kaguya is gaining fame really quickly. Her energy, she's really good at gaming. Her energy with singing, the new music that is coming from Iroha, or her server name Iropi, is just all coming together, and they're skyrocketing. But Black Onyx fans are going to see that Black Onyx needs their help, and they're going to try to create more Black Onyx fans.
Of course.
And that's why I'm saying Black Onyx should have been the favorite, because starting from scratch versus already being number 2 behind the creator of Tsukiyomi herself.
Yeah.
Fans can help you create fans if you are genuine with them. And one of the things that really showed how big of a foe they were going to be, after it's announced and everything, they come on their chariot being pulled by a tiger right into the middle of the people there. And they make themselves available to the fans there.
Yep.
So it's an uphill battle. And Kaguya and Iropi do not quite get there until a challenge is issued. Talk to us about the challenge and some of the fun fight scenes that we get from it.
So to help, instead of using her normal player skin, Iroha's been using this fox skin for whatever reason. So she looks like she's
chubby fox.
Chubby, but yeah, she looks like she's wearing a fox costume. And somewhere in this craziness, one commenter is like, Kaguya, marry me. Because that's what happens when you're pretty, you can sing and you can dance and you can do all these little things. And she's like, sure, I'll marry you. Let's just fight in a battle. And if you win, I'll marry you. And Iroha's like, no, pause. Cut. And I'm just like, why would you say that? Why, girl? Why? And so now they're getting all these crazy challenges, but Iroha's kicking butt. She's good at the game. She's still in the fox suit, and her weapon is hilarious and amazing at the same time.
All the weapons were
love it.
Ooh.
Kaguya is using
a tangent
yes,
for a moment?
Kaguya is using this giant
rocket war
hammer. Yeah,
but it's multiple rockets propelling it. It's not a single rocket in the back propelling it. It's so 6
cool.
rockets propelling a warhammer.
And she can ride it. It's
yeah.
so great.
It was her mode of transportation, and Iroha's flying on a raven through the air, and her weapon
it's her
kind of
keyboard.
looks like a bow. It's detachable. It's got the strings connecting it.
It's the boomerang.
It can be used 7 or 8 different ways, 7 or 8 different fighting styles easily. Honestly, for a movie that was so much about the development of Iroha's personality and the mythical story surrounding Kaguya, the fight scenes were
They're
actually
pretty
pretty good
Yeah.
for how much of the time wasn't spent fighting.
No, it was great.
They get into a 3-on-3 map battle. And you want to tell who the third member of Team Kaguya is?
Oh.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, that's cheating. The AI that created this world is going to be the one on your team. And even Akira, which we don't know is Akira yet, he's like, hey, wait a minute. And she's like, oh, I helped you last time. I'm going to help them this time. And I'm like, okay, why not?
It's pretty cool as a whole. So you actually get to see a pretty awesome battle. The first round goes to Akira and his team. The second round goes to Kaguya and her team. And it sets up for a big final round showdown between the two. They get it to a point where Yachio is able to basically take on the other two members of Akira's team and wipe out all three of them together. So it's a 2-on-1 in favor of Kaguya and Iroha versus Akira. And they're able to beat down Akira and take him out, but they're not able to get to the fort to take it over quick enough.
Yeah, it's like a capture the flag kind of thing.
Yeah, and Akira races in at the last second to get it.
And he wins.
Curses. Our heroes lose.
Lose. That's not in my script.
But Black Onyx was the number 1 ranked gaming group on the server. They're the best gamers on the server. And for such an epic and awesome matchup, all the Black Onyx fans also started following Kaguya.
Yeah.
So they won the battle,
but didn't win the war.
And as a result of it, Kaguya and Iroha are going to be able to share the stage with Yachio.
Which has already been said before when this was all explained, that this is not ever happened before. She's like collaborated and stuff like that, but she's never went live directly with someone else.
Yeah, so it's awesome. The concert is amazing.
It's fantastic, yes.
And at the end of the concert, moon people show up. And they give a timer that's for September 12th. And at that point in time, you know they're going to be returning for Kaguya on September 12th. And it is September 1st right now. So at this point, Kaguya and Iroha have become very interlaced. They moved out of a dingy apartment into a nice, like a penthouse, right?
I don't know if it was a penthouse, but it could have been
high-end luxury apartment.
High-end. It's good stuff. She's got 2 floors in her apartment. I don't know what expensive apartments look like, but it sounds expensive.
The streaming has made them a lot of money, and she's really kind of helped bring some joy to Iroha's life and some relief from the tension. So it's one of those things where at this point, Iroha, who wanted to get rid of her all that time, now wants to figure out how to let her stay.
How to keep her, yeah.
And now Kaguya realizes she's helped set up Iroha for her happy ending.
And is okay with leaving. Yeah.
Iroha starts talking to Akira and her friends and Akira's friends and Yachio. And she's like, we're going to battle. We're going to battle the moon people.
Yeah.
When they show up to take Kaguya. Meanwhile, Kaguya, they figure out that the moon is closer to the digital realm of Tsukiyomi than it is to the actual Earth. Mm-hmm. So they're like, it'll be easiest to take her from there. So to set up the confrontation, Kaguya is like, I'm going to give a graduation concert and retire that night.
I mean, it's actually clever because if she does disappear forever, there'll be a reason, like, oh, I retired.
Yeah.
Sad still, though. I didn't want this to happen.
No, and Iroha doesn't want it to happen. So the forces all band together for that night. And Kaguya, like, the important thing to note is Kaguya is okay with getting taken.
Yeah.
And Iroha right now is planning all of this without Kaguya knowing.
Yeah.
The night of, she tells Kaguya, we're going to fight to keep you here to stay with us. And Kaguya is touched. Not enough to where she's going to allow them to die for the cause, but enough to where she's like, okay, if you guys are going to fight for me, I'm not going to give up on this.
Mm-hmm.
So she's performing and the moon people start showing up. And as one wave is getting defeated, they keep on coming in droves and droves. But they're holding their own.
They're doing a good job.
They have the upper hand for the majority of this. And this is where we're going to leave you guys. Because this battle is very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And by far is not the end. Because Moon People, win or lose here, they're not sending everyone.
Yeah.
They're going to figure out a clever way to get her if they don't get her here. And if they do get her here, they're not going to... Iroha and her friends are not going to stop until they figure something else out.
Yeah.
It's a tale of music. It's a tale of discovery. It's a tale of love. It's a tale of friendship. There's so many things that go into it that all just kind of drive hard in the whole final third of the movie and really just makes it a wonderful experience.
Absolutely.
Anything you want to say about it as a whole before we get into wrapping up?
I mean, I definitely enjoyed it. It was a good movie. The songs were great.
Yeah.
There was enough comedic moments, just little things in there just to make you chuckle or laugh. There were some very touching moments too. It was a really good movie. Solid.
Yeah, no, there was definitely a lot of times where as you're watching, we didn't go as much into it as we could have, but we went somewhat into it. The relationship of Kaguya and Iroha, it just blooms. And you can see how Iroha's putting a little bit of grounding into the life of Kaguya, and Kaguya's bringing back joy into the life of Iroha. So it's really, it's a great story about friendship because it's one of those things where good friends make each other better versions of themselves.
Absolutely.
And you could see that very clearly throughout the course of this movie. And I think that's the thing I appreciated the most. The music was good. The animation was good. I wouldn't say that there's any aspect of it that was the best or like truly great or anything. But I can say the fight scenes were good. Music was good. Animation was good. The realisticness of the story for the slice of life portions was very believable. And the friendship blossoming was excellent.
Absolutely.
Anything else?
The sea bunny was cute.
Oh, the sea bunny. We didn't mention the sea bunny at all. Just give a shout out to Fushi.
Fushi is Yachio's like little familiar, for lack of better words.
Yeah.
And it's just adorable. If you've never seen a sea bunny, like Google a picture. They're really cute.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, we made it through the whole thing without talking about Fushi. And Fushi does play a huge role.
Pretty big role at the end
later
there.
on. I guess that's why we didn't talk about it, because we weren't planning on talking about the parts where Fushi was actually super relevant. Fair. So once again, we dove into the world of Cosmic Princess Kaguya. We met our main character, Iroha, and then we met Kaguya herself and saw how the relationship blossomed and how they brought out the best in each other. How the two of them together challenged Black Onyx and her brother Akira in order to become the fastest growing idol on the Tsukiyomi surveys so that they could do a concert with Yachio. And then we saw how the moon finally responded in an attempt to reclaim their princess. We hope you had as much fun exploring the world of Cosmic Princess Kaguya as we have, and consider watching this movie. Bye! So if you like what you heard today, make sure you listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you stream your podcast. Listen to all of our J-Mill for Real podcasts. And hit us up on social media, like, subscribe, and follow. Once again, this was Exploring Anime with Friends. Let's explore together. And now for a word from our sponsors. And today's show was brought to you by Dubby Energy, a modern approach to energy drinks with no sugar, dyes, or fillers added. Dubby Energy, be better. And use code EXPLORINGANIME524 for 10% off your order. That's EXPLORINGANIME524. One word, all capital letters, for 10% off your latest Dubby Energy order. Link listed in the show notes.